Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile, Essence League. Time to run the Labyrinth on normal. So, we are playing...
Before the gates of the Lord's Labyrinth.
Oh yeah.
Within these walls, the Lady of Just Goddess is watching.
I had voice on high volume, of course. Yes, he's silent. Okay, so we are playing Tukohama's Totemancer, which just defeated Malachi. So far it seems good. So let's see if we can push this a little further and defeat Izaro. Because, well, let's admit it, Izaro is scarier than Malachi. I don't think anyone is going to contest that at this point. Also, my golem is dead. That's not the way this is supposed to work. So, this is level 33 area. I'm currently level 44. That means I should be about right on the level to do this. And not get horrendously slaughtered. Oh wow, we start out with golden doors. Yay. Well, usually golden doors mean that the key is nearby. So we'll just continue pushing along the lines here. It's gonna be good. So Righteous Fire Totem is our main, well, small AoE slash single target skill. We have Searing Bond to deal with groups of enemies and as an added bonus on top. And of course, let's double check this is indeed where the key is, yes. And we have a Shockwave Totem to deal with larger groups, and eventually at level 53 we are gonna grab the gloves Empire's Grasp. That will turn the direction of the knockback inwards. So rather than a knockback, it's gonna be a suck in or a pull in, or however you wanna define it. Either way. Ow. We're gonna over there. Yes. So then it's gonna act like a glorified Decoy Totem. Basically, that's the whole intent and purpose I have for it. Until then, though, we're just using the skills as they are in their half-formed state. We jumped over a door. That's pretty good. So this is a level 33 area. I'm a 44 character, so that means most of the gear I find here is going to be subpar. The essence crafting has been, well, rather good for me in terms of item crafts. So we don't really have anything to complain about when it comes to our gear. We got a 1600 life. We got a fair chunk of armor, 1900. Maxed out resists. Chaos that 0 is still at 0, but at some point we'll fix that. Haven't found an essence yet that adds chaos resistance. I wonder if there's gonna be one. Would be pretty neat. I can understand if they haven't done that. Because it might be a bit too powerful. Yes, we made it. Nice, nice, nice. So, you. Yeah, tar zombies. How I hate them.
Where there's a golden key, there must be a golden door.
Golden door. Yes, there's two in fact. We already found them. Thing is, you can only use the key once. It gets consumed on use, so you have to make a blind choice between golden door A and golden door B. But it usually just means you're going left or right, and in the end you will end up in the same spot. So eventually it doesn't matter, but if you are running the labyrinth multiple times, you might have a preference for one or the other based on what lies behind. But in this case there's a rare here, so that's an easy choice. We killed the rare. No loot, but yeah. Sanatorium Passage. So what's the layout like? Okay, so this is gonna come together there. And that's likely to be where we have to go. No, actually, I'm not sure. I don't think the trial can be connected to multiple rooms. I don't think so. At least I haven't noticed that. We can follow the wave here, and then we need to go there. And we go up here, and then there's the door. Good. Good lucky timing. Ow. Okay, let's just stick to the side where there's no spikes. That works a little better. Yes. Zombies. Silly, slowy gits. Put it that way, and we'll just burn them when they walk across. So this is why you always want a jumping skill. It allows you to skip half the level.
The weary traveler draws close to
So,
the end of the path.
I wonder, you can backtrack Sanatorium Passage. Okay. Does it have multiple connected doors then? Ah, there are two passages, two connections. That's how they made it work. Okay, good. Mystery explained.
An emperor is only as efficient as those he
So what are we gonna get? Ah, that guy. Okay, so we're gonna go for the challenge, or no, we're not gonna go for the challenge. Let's see.
You are condemned.
I think we can get away with just killing 2 out of 3. And then keeping the last one for the final fight. And then we will get the key, but we do reduce the level of challenge to its absolute minimum. Because we are kind of blazing through, but that way, no, extra key means extra treasure chests. Opportunity for currency.
They say that 2 out of 3 isn't bad. They couldn't be more wrong.
Ominous. So, what about next? Straight passage through. I like it. Super. Shockwave Totem. Yep, we are gonna level that one. Means more damage, so that's always good. And it means more totem life. Okay. Now, let's stick to the outer thing. Okay, we did that. Was about to just cross over, but now you want to clear this by following something that slightly resembles a system. Doesn't have to be a system, it just has to resemble a system. Okay. And you. Otherwise you're just gonna get lost and you end up backtracking a lot. Hello there, Tenemuga. We got a festival mask. I don't remember which that one was, so let's have a look. Leercast. Reduced damage, that's less good. Extra dex, extra maximum life, extra mana. You and nearby allies gain 15% increased damage. So you yourself have 30% reduced damage, but your allies gain more. I wonder if this translates over to totems and golems. Interesting. So what do we have in our helmet here? This is just cosmic damage take and stuff. So, Searing Bond 1721. It's reduced. But the aura will increase this by 15% then, presumably. So that's going to be 60, 240 damage on top. So that's going to be 1880. Compared to 1720, so that is a damage increase. Interesting. I'll have to research that. It's a low-level evasion energy shield thing. I'm going for a strength build, so it's completely the wrong stats. But if the ability is interesting, if I make all my totems a lot stronger in effect, then it's worth sacrificing some armor for a bit more damage, maybe. Also, it's going to be a green and blue base, so that might be interesting for certain skill combinations that use that more. Since I do use quite a bit of blue, and at some point I was tempted to pick up Rapid Decay, because it does add more damage. And that is a green skill. And the thing is, I don't really have a lot of decks, so I will need to do a reasonably serious investment in decks if I want to make it viable. But still, it gives options. Okay. Orb of Regret, that's also nice. I do like that currency is the thing in Path of Exile that's always useful. It's universally useful, doesn't matter what difficulty drop, what difficulty level it drops. Currency is currency and it's always good. Now you might be at a stage in your economic development where, you know, orbs of transmutation and orbs of alchemy are, well, essentially just you have so many that you don't really value them anymore. Sure, fine, I can understand that. But no, the slightly more rare currencies, they are drop infrequent enough and they are useful enough that so far I haven't had an issue where I felt like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna go back for that Chaos Orb. I've never had that yet. I wonder if the more advanced players, you know, who start running maps, you know, on the first weekend, and know who can defeat the end boss of a league within a week or two. I wonder if their perspective is completely different on that. Because now for them currency is a lot easier to come by. Wait, why am I going here? I see a silver chest. I don't particularly care about a silver chest, so I'm just gonna skip it. That's gonna be a lot safer and easier. Yet all we care about is getting out of this place. Into the next fight with the dude. So, what's that? What's that, precious? Wait. Ah, yes. I'd forgotten that they added these recently. Just stay near the totem. It will stop if you're not nearby. It will also stop if there's too many enemies nearby, I believe. Cool. So, man. Slow zombies. Bugger off. Okay. And it's actually summoning stuff itself. Sure. Ow. Let's not stand inside of the giant razor blades, shall we? I think that might be a good idea. Let's stick to the outside, so we skip the spiky thing. Spiky thing looks painful. Ooh, allies cannot die. That's bloody real. Oh, it got squished like a bug by the spikes though. Not complaining. Definitely not complaining. And that will open this door. And then we get access to battle supplies. Okay. There's a bit of currency in here. Some stuff to sell. And some gear that I've outgrown, so it's no longer relevant. Yay. No, but as I was musing before, I wonder at what stage you will start to... Oh! For example, I still religiously pick up rare items. Early on in the game, it's too seldom for orbs of alchemy. Later on in the game, it's also for the chaos recipe, and most of the time you end up with one stash tab that's full with just the armors and the boots and the things like that. And you always have a shortage of rings or amulets or belts or things like that. It's the jewelry that always does you in. The other stuff you just end up selling for some alchemies, just orbs of alteration, sometimes some alchemy shards if they do things like give you chaos resistance, give you skill point bonuses. There's a couple of things that give you Orbs of Alchemy instead. If you got a full 6 link, of course, then you get an Orb of Chance, which is nice since Zana likes those for her map traits. And it's a reasonably reliable way to get them. Good, see, that's nice. But I suspect that once you are well running maps and you're into the high-end maps, if you got like hundreds of Orbs of Alchemy, maybe if you got like over 100 chaos, maybe you stop picking up the rares and you just focus on just raw currency, because that might be more efficient or something. But I think that's also where playstyle is probably an important bit as well. So if you are clearing maps within 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever is the clear speed meta gold standard, then taking a minute here and there to empty out your inventory and to sell stuff for Orbs of Alchemy might not be efficient. Because if you can spend that time running around and getting chaos orbs and things like that, then I suppose just economically it makes more sense to run on rather than picking up the loot. So I wonder if I'll at some point also experience a shift in mindset, because I do notice that just for myself, I've been doing this for about a year now, and in the beginning I just played normal difficulty. And when I finished normal, I went on to the next build. I stopped at, I think first it was Totemancer. Yeah, because I did play a bit before the Awakening. Then of course I got into the Awakening beta, and then Malachi became the goal. And then with Talisman League, With Talisman League I started doing full clears, just continuing in Cruel and Merciless. And then I think that's also when I actually got into maps. Yeah, because I think my Chaos Caster actually did run some maps. And now of course my goal is to just get through the normal game rather quickly in order to get to the maps. So my mindset has already shifted quite a bit from how I started. I've never been a truly hardcore racer, but I did pick up some tricks from the racers, just focusing on efficiency a bit. I tend to clear Act 1 in 1 or 2 episodes now, rather than taking 5 episodes for it. Okay, we are lost. Well, that means we'll just pick up this chest. Cogs of Disruption. Cool. Okay, so the next thing we have disabled. Okay. Wait. Oh, wait. Start to feel stupid. I'm wondering if that is warranted or not. And a bit about checking the maps when you enter an area. Maybe I should do that. I feel stupid now. We entered a Forgotten Reliquary. I was looking for an exit and I couldn't find it. That's because there is none. This is just a dead-end side area that you can use to make the next area easier. Okay. So now we are looking for the true exit. No, but as I was explaining, I've been going through some changes in mindset. As I gained experience, I've been just looking forward for the next thing and the next thing. And my current goal for Ascendancy, for the Atlas of Worlds and the Essence League, is to truly experience the end game, to truly experience what mapping is all about. Before I played mostly hardcore. I only recently got into continuing a hardcore build after dying on softcore. Let's see, there's an exit there. And now I'm just taking my Lacerator and pushing forward even further, and actually just from the start of the league already running maps, just in standard, but no, I'm still running the new maps and experiencing everything that maps have to offer. And well, my goal is to eventually get into a fight with the Shaper. Not gonna say that my goal is to actually win it, but I at least want to get into a fight and see how it goes. And that's gonna be the next step for me in my development as a Path of Exile player. Getting to maps and actually getting to the highest tier of maps and defeating the end boss, or the current end boss, so to say. And after that, I could do things like running Atsiri. Never done that before. There's just the challenge bosses. So once I've done the normal things, I can push it further and further. The thing is though, you do push quite far, and you have to push quite hard if you want to solve everything in the 90 days or so that a league has. You have to be pretty dedicated to it. And that's something that I find, especially when on hardcore. Now, if you die during a league, well, yeah, end of league for that character. And if you die beyond like the first month, yeah, or especially if you die after 2 months, then there's not really a lot of point in continuing anymore on hardcore, because the league is over. You're never gonna get into the end game again. Not at least on my play rate. I play about basically you see everything I play minus some warm-up map runs and things like that. But I play maybe an hour or two a day.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death.
So if you compare that with the full-time streamers, they play 8 hours, 10 hours a day.
To a single act of power.
That's big difference there. Let's see, we have the wheels, and that thing disables them.
Give no quarter.
Okay. Let's focus a little bit on the fight. Hey.
Resilience.
Okay. Ah! He never actually generated the charges in the first place. That's nice. Cool. So that's why he's just leaving behind. Sure, we can kill it. I think. Can we kill it? Yeah. He's not gonna change the final fight because of it, so that's good. As the point I'm just talking about, let's continue. So, I've just playing this just rather casually, 1 or 2 days, 2 hours a day. That works pretty well. Now I can do a little bit of a warm up, and then with the main campaign character, so to say, I can just continue where I left off. If I'm playing with a mapping character, then of course I can do some dailies, run a map or something as a warm-up. Though currently with the whole Shaper story arc, I don't actually dare to run maps as a warm-up or anything, because at any point the Shaper might actually just jump in. I was completely not expecting that, hence one of the videos there being just a 6-minute video or something that just caught the fight as it morphed into a Shaper fight, or a Shaper corrupted fight. So that's a slight downside of the Atlas right now, that I'm trying to follow the story there. Let's see, is this the right one? Or is this a dead end? This continues, okay. No, but I wonder if eventually my take on the game is gonna resemble that of the of the big streamers right now, because they play the game for more hours than that I actually spent during my day job. And as such, they burn through the game a lot faster, and they focus on efficiency, things like that. While for me, it's just fun, and efficiency is not that big a part of things. Slowly, you know, I do focus a little bit on efficiency, just getting through normal Cruel faster, so we can just get to the maps faster. But I wonder if over time my approach to the game, my view on the game is gonna get closer to theirs, and if I will eventually, you know, start to push towards the more efficient builds, the more clear speed builds, so to say. I think it's a nice concept, the clear speed meta, just as a concept. It's a nice way to just address a point of view on the game that I currently don't share. And I wonder if I will ever have a mindset change and where I will actually get that mindset. So I wonder, you know, if that's basically just a matter of time before everyone gets it, or if it's something that's more ingrained to some people than others, and if I will never get that viewpoint, or if, yeah, I'll eventually adopt it. That's just a observation, and then just some wondering out loud and speculation about how if the game changes you, if you just play it often enough, or if it changes your approach to it. Let's see. No, just as I'm currently basically just autopiloting through the Labyrinth while focusing more on just what I'm trying to say and trying to make this random stream of thoughts slightly more coherent than just trying to make it slightly more coherent, because I'm not entirely sure if it is. So if you have a view on it or a perspective on it, no personal experience or just some speculation, hey, feel free to share it in the comments. I'm interested to see if indeed it's something that just develops over time, or if it's something that is more close and more determined by your personality. If you play Magic the Gathering, or maybe if you haven't, but if you're into that community, there they have this concept of player psychographics. That's it's a way that they use while designing the game to refer to different kinds of players and why they play the game and what they want to get out of the game. And the three original types they had were Timmy, these days also referred to as Timmy or Tammy, to be not biased towards males. And that's basically the one that wants a visceral, emotional experience out of it. They basically just want to have fun. Then on the other hand, you have Spike, and Spike wants to win. And the last type is Johnny or Jenny, and that's the type that wants to express themselves creatively. And as you might have guessed, I'm more of a Johnny, in that I like to just make builds, and they might be really quirky builds, they might be just builds that I think have fun interactions, and I just play them to see if the build can work and how they will work, and to see if certain interactions work in a certain way, or if something is even possible to do. And for me, just making the builds and trying to see if they work, that's where I get the satisfaction from, and that's why I'm still sticking with Path of Exile after all these years. It's because Path of Exile is a canvas upon which I can just design the builds I want to play and skill interactions, or just some thematic approaches or things like that. And that gives me a lot of enjoyment. And we have arrived at the last one.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises.
But what I'm now wondering is if the people who are really into the clear speed meta, who focus on efficiency and speed above everything else, I wonder if they may just be, if they're playing Magic, if they would be spikes, no, the people who really want to win. Because that would explain a fundamental different approach to the game. And that would give me hope that I will not turn into one of them. And with that, let's murder this guy.
The Empire awaits you with open jaws.
So we get double bonus here, so he's going to be rather potent. On the other hand, we have totems. He's all alone. Okay.
You are relentless.
You are relentless, yes I am. So maybe I should stick a bit more to the corridors here. If he's standing in the flames, he's doing rather well. But he does have to stand in the flames. Okay, maybe I should jump on top of him. So far so good. Oh, we got him. Double treasure key.
Than the journey, Ascendant.
Win-win.
Before your emperor,
Okay.
you are worthy.
Two keys. So.
Before the goddess of justice,
Aww.
you are
There's.
worthy. Receive our blessings, embrace our gifts, and rise, Ascendant. For this is the ending that we all deserve.
Let's see. Pick up the rares and then... It's always one of these little things that just is too wide. And it just mucks everything up. Okay, we got space. Good. So, we ascend. We become the Chieftain.
The ancestors speak through your clenched fists.
We ascend. Okay, so our goal is going to be Tukohama, War's Herald. But before that, we have to go here, and I actually have gotten a couple of pointers from some of the New Zealand viewers that are out here. So thanks to it's the Gova and Jazzy J, and also my apologies to you if I butcher the pronunciation yet again. So we are picking first Arahongwi, Moon's Presence. If I got that wrong, please let me know. I'll eventually I'll get it right, but let's see if I can actually get to the point where I'm pronouncing it correctly. So we have now ascended and we have our first bonus. So extra totem placement is good. Life totems, enemies near your totems do 8% less damage. So that means they do less damage to the totems if they are in melee range, but it also means that if we place a totem next to a ranged attacker that's trying to kill us, the enemy still does 8% less damage. So that's good. Also, enemies near totems take 16% increased physical and fire damage. We only deal physical and fire damage, so this is going to be a buff across the board to all our damage. This is really, really nice. And of course, this is where we're going to go for fire immune totems with armor, the taunt on hit, reflect damage. I love it. And then we have our glove enchantment, which I'm assuming is not going to be all that great. Word of Inferno on kill. The reason for that is that we can't do any damage. So this can't do damage either. And as you might notice, a damage indication is missing. And that's because it can't do any damage when we are using Ancestral Bond, so it's rubbish. The only things that might be useful are the ones that cast heals or some kind of blessing on us rather than trying to murder our foes. But that is gonna be it for now. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time when we start on Cruel difficulty. Bye bye.